Hello.
Hi.
Doing something a little different.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish making a gift for Melissa for her birthday, which is tomorrow as of this recording. Penny got sick this week, so I have not had the time to do this like I had hoped. So I'm going to attempt to do it now.
It might be a short episode. I am the one controlling the switcher. It's gonna be real fun. It might be a short episode. I figured we'd attempt to record. We also want to test out a cable, so you guys might not even see this. But
I mean, it seems like it's working.
it seems like it's working.
So I'm happy with that. There we go. Sorry, I couldn't remember what. I did some testing prior to filming to make sure I could even paint. I'm painting a list of things that I love about my wife. I'm going to bring this closer. And it's her 32nd birthday, so I'm doing 32 things, which is a lot of things to try and fit on a canvas. In writing, yeah. I mean, it's working.
This is why before we started recording, I was like, buddy, you could just focus on that. Like, we don't have to record. This will be a cute little video to clip down.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's funny though, because like I still think I can. It's because, like I said, I wrote it down, so now it's just tracing.
I truthfully would prefer you to not fuck it up and we'll just hang out, man.
That's fair.
But we do have a cute little video of
Yeah.
you painting. And hell, we can just leave it on you and fucking do like a speed shot of you fucking working on it if you want. I don't know.
That's all right.
Like, I'm just gonna fucking put it over there.
I mean, that's fair. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Penny, I told Edie earlier. I'm still gonna act like I'm podcasting. I guess I don't know. So I feel like we can still kind of do an episode because it's just a matter. I just gotta have some shit to talk about. But Penny, for some reason, would not take a shit for fucking it, or she was taking baby shits and then she was throwing up for the last 2 days. Or, well, I should say 2 days ago. And then, so we took her to the vet because Melissa worked from home yesterday. Made it also difficult to do this.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, the doctor sounded, once she called her, was like, it sounds like an obstruction. So, of course, like, that's not very great. So they took her in and they did get an x-ray done. And, well, hold on, let's try these drinks. Cheers.
I've already tried it, but cheers.
Is it good?
It's pretty okay.
Yeah, it was a recipe that, it's called the Snoopy.
I was gonna say, it's got like a pink lemonade vibe.
Yeah. Technically, it's got a different ingredient in it. It's from Educated Barfly. He tried it and he said he thinks that I should swap out one of the ingredients. It was called Galio for Liquor 43. And with that vibe, I could make the entire cocktail because I didn't have Galio. I had everything else. So it's bourbon, lemon juice, Aperol, which is the color, the Liquor 43 instead of Galio, and what the fuck was the other one? Oh, Grand Marnier. The orange liqueur.
Yeah, that's the flavor I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he was like, honestly, I would use the Liquor 43 because it's more of a vanilla than the other one, which is like a star anise flavor from Galio. That's what that is, apparently. Also, before we get too far into that, this is a cheesecake cocktail. I'm going to try it. Huh.
It smells like cheesecake.
So, I'll be honest. I don't think I can taste anything because of this cocktail. I think it's very subtle.
No, it's there.
It's there.
The aftertaste is very cream cheese.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not bad though. It's interesting.
Yeah,
Take a secondary sip and you'll get it.
I'll say because that's definitely like.
Also, I'm gonna roll your dice for you, brother.
Mm.
I like that ASMR dice roll. I don't know if you can hear it from that angle.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I tasted more on the second one, but I'll definitely do it a little. What'd you get? Oh, nat 20. Yeah, we got to keep this one now.
That was your dice.
Hey, fuck yeah.
No, we'll get into some shit. This is a chill vibes, guys. We're tired. We've had work meetings that didn't give great news. You know.
Yeah, that was.
Brandon's got. He's got a gift to make.
Yeah,
we're just here to hang out, fellas.
Honestly, to be fair, like I kind of told you, like, my work kind of, I was expecting to get some money from work that is definitely not going to happen, which kind of sucks. Or it is, but long story short, the CEO that I complained about here a lot, when he left, he took $100 million with him. And with that took a lot of the money that we would have gotten.
And this was legal, yeah?
I imagine so. Somehow, he's European is the problem. So like it's it's now technically Stellantis is not like it's an American company, but it's not. It's half American. It's half French. The headquarters is in France, I think. So
they're weird. I don't know. They're interesting. Also, fun fact for you guys. Dodge is the reason that you didn't get consistent pay raises, because they literally sued the Ford Motor Company back in the day, stating that a company's only priority should be to rise profit for shareholders. So it's their fault, man. I'm sorry. I work for them too, so I shouldn't talk shit.
I mean, you know what? It's
I actually haven't done a Chrysler job in a long time. Or Stellantis.
No, they like apparently. I mean, I am hoping that the new people we work with are better. When I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we'll see.
Yeah,
because I know again, like the new guy's supposed to be taking over, so it's kind of one of those like, I just realized I didn't finish the top. I didn't do the top at all.
That's what I was saying. If you wanted to focus on
no, it's fine. I just want to get it done now before
you smudge and shit. But no, hello. I don't know. I don't want to badmouth the place that either of us work at, but it's everywhere, man. Fucking, I know so many people that have been laid off since like November, December. Like, hours are getting cut everywhere. Profit sharing's getting denied. Fucking, I was shocked I got that bonus I got, but that bonus was based off of how much vacation time I accrued. It wasn't really a bonus.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is like at my work, like they're starting to do they started doing the little shit. Like, and this is one of the reasons too. I was a little bit disappointed about the money thing. Is that like normally like they always kind of do some stuff like this where they try to they tighten up on the rules, hyper strength out of nowhere on purpose to try and get people fired so you can't get the bonuses. And also we get this bonus specifically because they put it in our contract so our hourly wages isn't as high as it could be. So yeah. But they were like getting super strict and shit, and we kept hearing rumors it was going to be like 3 times as much as it was, if not more than that. And then I was like, all right, well, I still didn't believe that, but either way, like I had a coworker who drives a high-low. He's one of their best guys. He comes in early at like 2 a.m. every day, just because, like, well, you get the premium for the whole day and all the hours and stuff, but like. He ended up like they weren't wearing their seatbelts, and he's like, well, in our safety stuff, like they said, like you don't wear your seatbelt inside like you wear it on unlevel ground.
Yeah.
You don't need to wear it on the floor when you're doing what he's doing, where he also has to get up and on his high-low a bunch to like, cause he's got to cut shit. So he was like, doing that, and then they wrote him up for not wearing it, and he was like, what the fuck? Like, our safety training literally says you don't do that. So, I don't know. They're just being petty. And so it felt like that was actually going to be true too. And then, they just... and then they're still doing that shit.
We've got someone, not one of the people that works with me. He's basically our customer.
Yeah.
Right now the cells are being built, which means you don't have to lock out because there's no power, because it's not hooked up to anything. So I was in the cell, and he came by and asked me, like, oh, where's the lockbox? And I'm like, what do you mean lockbox? I'm like, do you mean, like, toolbox? Like, the box that we put all the extra locks in when we do a huge lockout? What are you talking about? And he's like, the lockbox, your main lockbox. And I'm like, buddy, the gate lock is over there. The PDP is over there. What are you asking? Because he's asking about the wrong shit. He was asking where do you lock out the electrical? We now have to lock out the power source,
even though it doesn't even work.
Even though it's not connected to power. And I'm like, I get it. Force of habit. Do your shit proper, but you don't have to.
Yeah, like if it's literally unnecessary, it's like, what are we doing here?
Like it's in the standards. You do not have to. Once everything gets power on, then there's notifications that are sent out to everywhere. There's placards put up everywhere, and then you start doing the proper lockout.
And that makes sense too. Yeah. Like you wouldn't just randomly do it for no reason. Like
he's like, it's just a request. And I was like,
not the way you're saying it, buddy.
It sounds like your request is a demand.
Like, well, request denied.
He's been doing a lot of weird shit. He fucking came up to us and made us move our tables to a different location so we would be more visible. And then it turns out we were just in the way. Yeah.
And you had to move. And you're like, well, our boss told us to move here. Sorry.
So he's just been weird. Like, he made us start wearing our Kevlar sleeves, and we're like, we're not touching anything. Like,
literally, like, you're like, are you guys still at the point where you're still waiting for the line to finish to be built? Like,
and we're like, we're not allowed to even touch the line right now. So like, you can't say like, oh, we're gonna go in and touch the metal for the line. Like, no,
like we're literally not allowed to. So like, what?
And I was told I couldn't wear my black safety vest anymore, and I'm like, what do you mean? That's allowed everywhere. And they're like, no, you have to have orange or yellow. And I was like, okay. So I got a yellow one with a little bit of black. And then that next day when I came in with the yellow one, there was a bunch of people wearing pink vests, and I'm like, what? So I have no idea, man. But it seems like similar thing you're saying. We all think that it seems like they're trying to get some people out of the plant because they know that no money's coming in right now.
Yeah, and they need a reason to fire people at all. So they'd be like, oh, he wasn't firing safety protocol, or he wasn't doing, X amount of things. Like, what sucks is, like, my old team leader got fired. I'm assuming he might be back eventually, but, like, he got fired, I think, about a week and a half ago because he kept coming in late, but, like, he's the kind of guy that was there and pulling doubles all the time, filling in jobs and shit like that. For him to work the hours, but also, like, technically he's helping them out by filling in all these positions and stuff. And so, like, he would get supervisor back, all right, well, I'm not going to fuck you. At least my supervisor. Well, he moved to a new area with some new guy, supervisor, and that guy didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so he got fired even though, like, he... legitimately, I think because I was asking him about it, like, he probably make like $200,000 a year at my plant because he's almost just doing doubles every day.
I can believe it, man.
Like, it's crazy. And as a TL, he would get the extra money. Coming in early again, 2 a.m.
Get that
the per diem. So he
not per diem. Sorry, the premium.
Yes, premium. Yeah, so he was like just raking in money. So, like, I'm sure there was also a reason of, like, all right, well, you look at those guys. You look at the people that are making the most money and you get them out.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That's partially why I feel a little safe with any potential layoffs coming around the corner. I don't see any right now, but on the off chance that there are any, I am one of the good workers. And I make a decent amount less than the other guys. So, those of you that are hiding in the corner and bitching about doing nothing, I hate to say it.
Well, that's the thing, too, is it's also like...
They're the reason that I make less, by the way. Because they got hired before me. And then when I got hired in, my boss was like, hey, they don't know what they said they knew. So we're going to start you out less because they make too much money. And I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. And now my boss is shooting for me to get more than them.
But you can't because they're already not doing...
Yeah, and I can't because also there's, like, no money coming in right now.
Yeah, that's the difficult thing is it's like, from what I understand, at least, like, with my company...
You guys have... You didn't go too balls to the walls with EVs from what I saw. So I think you guys will be a little more well off.
Well, so they definitely, like, built a bunch of... Well, so what I think happened is... Because they said we lost a ton of money in the second quarter, or the second half of the year. We lost 110 million or some shit in profit. So they were like... What I think happened is because they knew the EV stuff, they calculated that in during there as a loss.
Yeah.
And that's where, all that jazz. But, like, they're definitely changing it around. They already have a hybrid, like, on the line building. So, like, they had that in the backhand anyway.
Which would have been the smart way to go, honestly. But there was so much money going in, like, grants and subsidies and whatnot, like being paid in to, like, hey, make a fully electric vehicle, whereas we should have done, better hybrids, like get it to where we can get that, invest some money into actual putting chargers and upping our infrastructure to where we can actually handle more electronics.
Honestly, that is 90% of it. Is it's not even that the cars suck. Obviously they do, but, like...
Trust me, they do.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where, like, they also didn't build any sort of actual support system, so there's no way to actually, like, go forward with getting one of those without, like, it being an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like...
And unfortunately, as well, and I'm going to badmouth normal people. I'm sorry, there's a lot of dumb people in the world. I'm dumb about a lot of things too, so I'm bad mouthing myself. But I've seen so many videos of people saying they got scammed into getting solar panels, and they weren't informed that if it snows or it's cloudy, they don't work. And I'm like, they're fucking solar.
Yes.
Panels.
So if anything covers them, they are blocked.
Yeah, but there's
Yes.
so many people saying that. And they're like, I got solar panels, and then that's what I use to charge my car, and then now I can't drive my car because my solar panels are covered by snow. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and that's it. Like, and that's one of the reasons I haven't gotten it, because I thought about trying to do it, but it doesn't make sense in this state.
It doesn't make sense.
It's only in certain states.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is like, if the infrastructure set it up that way, they probably could legitimately.
It could be beneficial,
powerful
for a portion of the year. Set it up to where that's going to be your primary power, or a way to add additional power back into the grid to where it takes some of the load off. You know, that would be dope.
Yeah.
But you didn't put much out. I looked into solar panels when I lived with George, and like they would give you like, I think it was like a $3,000 like grant towards the solar panels.
That's not much.
It was $30,000 to get solar panels at his house.
Yeah.
I'm
It
like,
is only one of those things where, like, so I talked about it with some guy in Florida, not this time I went, but the last time we visited my in-laws. I may have mentioned it here too. He was just telling me, like, he moved here from Connecticut, and it's a little bit warmer there, but whatever solar panels that he got, he said they did enough that it did cover his solar for the rest of the year. And like it outweighed itself, and they pay themselves off in like 10 to 15 years kind of thing, he said. And I was like, well, like, if you know you're staying in a house that long, sure. But also, like, I feel like some people think they're going to, but again, in Michigan, it doesn't make sense.
that, and you have no idea how life is going to be. Like, we've talked about it before. I don't know if we talked about it on here, but like there's a solid chance that we just leave. Like, and mine is a little more toxic and self-destructive than yours is, but literally this morning, dude, I was like, wow, I'm doing really well in life. Like, I'm starting to set healthy boundaries and recognize things I don't like. I'm making good money. I'm getting better fiscally. And the back of my head went, move to California. I was like, fucking why? Like,
well, that's the thing, is like California would be horrible. It was funny.
My
Like,
brain was literally like, start over again. And I was like, no, I don't need to. I already did that with medical. Like, it took me fucking 15 years to make more than I was making in medical. Like, why would I move cross country again and start over? And it was literally my brain just being like, hey,
you could.
You're
like, I don't want to.
Maybe last year.
Yeah. Well, like, to me, oh shit.
Yeah.
I gotta be.
You gotta be a little careful.
Oh boy.
Sorry, honestly, art smudges are good for art.
It's all pencil.
Yeah, no.
It's the pencil, so.
But graphite doesn't come out of canvas very well. But the smudges are nice. It adds a little touch of you.
Yeah.
You know what it should do? Cut yourself and bleed on it.
So I didn't think about doing that. But what I did think about doing was trying to put ink on Penny's paw and put a paw print on there. But there's no way I can put that much ink on Penny's paw without her being like, what the fuck happened to Penny's paw? And I'd be like, hey, do the thing. And
it'd be difficult to clean off.
yeah, be very, like, okay, like, if she happened to be out of town or, like, gone for a whole day and I could give her an entire bath and, like, I should be like, I don't know, she stepped in some dirt. Yeah.
It's a little sad. I apologize. But
We're going to do that, yeah.
Get a paw print and whatnot now. Because it's a lot harder to get it
later.
Yeah. And it doesn't look right when it's later. Let's get one now. And then you can get matching tattoos with me. But semi-matching, because there'll be pennies and not milkshakes.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is I already got the penny tattoo now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I always forget it because it's there.
Yeah.
Someone pointed it out to me today, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I have those."
Dude, I went to the hotel gym. I was wearing
I know exactly.
I was wearing my gray shorts that are a little short, and this guy walked in and he's like, "Oh, fucking Doodle Bob," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I had that," and I turned around and I was like, "Thanks, man." And he goes, "Oh my god, is that a teddy bear?" And I'm like, "What? Oh yeah."
Yeah, that's fucking.
I was like, just forgot it was here, man.
Well, that's it too. Is like I know the stuff's here. I know the cracking on my legs there the most now because I have like one ingrown hair that was like really bad there, and it's created like a bump. And because it's there and I know it's there, my ADHD is like, you gotta touch the fucking bump on your fucking leg, and I can't stop. And then it's a scrape, and then it became. And then it would bleed, and then it would stop bleeding because I would stop touching it, and then it would bleed again because I couldn't not touch it again.
Yeah.
And it's an issue.
I forgot about this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I'm still kind of doing the bit.
I forget you had that one because it's always tucked away so far. Like you're always in a work shirt.
I'm still doing the bit where hopefully I got to hit up Xander again, but I'm going to try this weekend to start on the actual forearm. I'm going to still do the bit and just keep them covered like, and just not say anything about it.
Well, that's fair though.
I think it'll be funny, man. Like just, do the usual Snapchat sitting at the tattoo shop and then not say anything else or post anything else.
That's fair. I just gotta see it though.
Oh,
But I'm not gonna lie. JJ still hasn't hit me up about his whole neon thing. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's probably got someone else that has a better idea, more fixed for it. But at the very least, now I'm like, all right. Well, I wanna. The fact that I messaged him also makes me really want to start saving for it. The money I am gonna get for that thing, all I'm gonna do is just start a the high interest savings account.
Yeah,
and just leave it there.
I have a CD that I opened up last year, which was wild. Like, it's the opposite of the self-destructive thing I mentioned. I was literally sitting at work and was like, "Hey, drop $1,500 into that. You can't see it for 2 years."
Yeah, it's huge. It makes
there.
and that'll be it. Like, that was one thing we were thinking about doing was like trying to maximize money was like to
The only thing that's got me worried though, it's 4% interest and the inflation rate has been consistently 3%, so I think I'm gonna lose money on it.
No, 4% is higher than 3.
I know, but we've been like 3% and then 7 and then 3.5. I think we've been on average like 4.55 for the entirety of the year. So I think I'm going to lose like 0.5 to 2%. If I did the math right. And it also depends on like when they compound it and shit. But
I mean, maybe, but I think part of it is also like it's the safety net of like the recession shit. Like, I mean, look at the stock market. Like that shit crashed hard as of the last couple of days. I've been paying attention. I purposely, because of when the Delta flight shit happened again, because I own some Delta stock, and by that I mean I own 1 share now.
Nice.
No, I own 2 shares now because when
did it drop and you bought more?
Yeah, I knew it was gonna tank, and I was like, it's gonna go up eventually. I'm gonna buy some now, and it still tanked a little bit after I bought it, but either way, I own 2-point-something shares of it.
Nice.
After because I just kept like seeing like, oh hey, it went down, and I happen to have like a little extra boop.
Yeah, I haven't bought into many things, but I've been doing every single paycheck I put $25 into an ETF. I can't remember the name of it. And then I put $150 every single paycheck into my Discover account. And then I put $25 into another account. And I just haven't touched those 3. Like, I deleted the Robinhood app, so I couldn't see it. Like,
That's fair.
so it's like I have that. I don't look at the 2 other accounts. I have no idea what's in there. So it's like a weird safety net for my ADHD, to where it's like if my car needs to go to the shop again,
It's there.
it's there.
Well, and that's why I want to do that savings account, because like, so we did start taking we're paying the house insurance like one big flat rate
Yeah.
because it saves you like, I think like $300 or $400 or some shit in the long haul. And we're like, all right, I guess we can do that, and we can pay it on a credit card, which is the big deal.
Yeah.
That's huge. And we're also trying to we're using the one card to build up miles for flights to save money, that whole thing. So we were like, cool, we're like double dipping doing this and saving some money in the long haul. Well, what we're going to do is like, I'm going to set some of that aside so that way once that comes, we both have enough already previously set aside. And that, cause she started her savings account like, I think fucking, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I just haven't had the savings to do it. So now that I might, like, once this comes up, I'm just all of it's going in there, and then maybe a chunk from my regular savings account.
Yeah.
And because there's not a lot in there either, but like,
I've got like 57 cents in my savings account. But I think my other 2 accounts, which are, one is an account that takes 10 days to transfer to my regular account. So that's like my, like, not emergency money, but like, oh, there's a purchase I want to make in like 2 weeks, you know, or I didn't get enough hours. I think I might need a little extra money for my car payment or some shit.
yeah.
There's a decent amount in there. That's the one I do 25 a week or every 2 weeks. So it's like, you know, probably like $500. And then my Discover account's probably got like $2,000 in it by now. Because I just haven't touched it. And it's literally like, I am afraid of what's going on in the world. So that's money set aside in case we do have a crash. You know?
Yeah. Well, sorry, I was trying to, at this point, like, some of it's a bit too faded, and I was like, what the fuck did I write there? No, I kind of do the same thing. Like, my one credit card is just like, I have way too much in it, and I haven't used it in forever. I've just been like trying to pay it off, and now that I've dedicated to, like, every time I work a Saturday now, I'm going to put $100 into cutting that off, so that way, like, technically, like, there's 52 weeks this year. I expect to work a lot of them, so like I can probably pay most of that card off by the time that by the end of the year doing that, if I do it every single time I work a Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I put 75. I've had an automatic 75 into that savings account every time I get a paycheck, for like a year and a half, 2 years now at this point.
Yeah.
Just to, I end up using all of that savings anyways. It's not like it helps much, but I still.
My worry is I'm gonna be slow until like July, which is helpful for me based off of stuff we talked about last week, where I was like, I'm gonna actually like start going to hang out with people and then potentially try to start dating and shit. Ladies, I'm single. Maybe dudes do. I'll open my fucking choices. I won't. I'm not into dudes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I mean,
I tried.
You thought about it, and then you were just like, nah. I mean, that's the thing, is it's like, that is so funny. It's like at one point when I was single, I thought about that shit. I was like, man, fuck, I can't.
The whole 7 stages of grief, I just went through them in my head where I was like, maybe, no. But yeah, like, that'll be helpful with that, because it's like, I won't be super busy, but it's also like, dude, fucking 40-hour checks are so much worse. And like, it's nice having a little bit of time, but, you know, last year I worked so many hours and I was like, damn, if I can do that like this year too, like, that's a house bought, that's my car paid off, like.
Well, and that's part of it too, is what's hard is like when you end up having to when you get used to having all of that overtime money and it stops,
Well,
it's kind of like
I had my stuff. I was set up on. My budget was set up based off of what I made at Hero Tech
yeah,
on a 40-hour check. So all that extra money was like, I should have realistically saved a lot of it, but what I did was like pay that bill, pay that debt, pay that credit card, pay that off, pay this off. You know, like get fully caught up on everything. So I'm not like check to check struggling, moving shit around.
yeah.
You know.
Well, and that's a lot of the hard part too, is like trying to be like very, like 99% of finances is just like spending like some time thinking about it ahead of time and trying to be like, all right, how do I mastermind this? How do I like I really want to do the thing where I stop paying federal taxes to like, not totally obviously, but like at the end, pay it all at the end of the year. And then with that high interest savings account, just like every week, every time I get a check, I get a weekly, just take, whatever I would have paid averaging in my federal taxes, just send that automatic, like $20 more than that to my savings account. So that way at the end of the year, I have it available and I've earned the interest on it. Cause I think I did the math, and my rough math was like I could earn somewhere between like $700 and $900 on the interest over the whole year, just because each check's like, I don't fucking know, like I think it's like gotta be like what, 4% or some shit in your check. It's like a 4% tax. I don't know what of your whole
It's like 25-30.
Well, all of your taxes. I mean, like specific, because there's like the federal Social Security. Yeah, the very specific federal specific tax.
That's close to 10. I'm gonna say I can't remember.
But it's some number. So like that, if you just think about it, like you're saving that number every single time. The problem is now is this, like I want to do it.
Sure, you do.
Well, it's not. It's this administration so crazy that I don't pay enough attention to tax law that I feel safe trying that.
Yeah.
Without finding out, like, oh, your number would have changed to this, and you are this far off.
That and literally, there's been so much misinformation. Like they voted on a bill or proposal. I can't remember the difference. That gave tax cuts to like higher earners and companies, and then it slashed a bunch of Medicaid and Medicare. Everybody reported that it was a bill just passed that removed taxes on overtime and tips. That didn't happen. That was nowhere in there.
And what's even funnier is technically it's not passed yet. It's passed by the House, and now
that wasn't even the same bill.
No.
But everybody reported that it just passed through that, and like it didn't, and then they deleted their tweets, and it's like, you just got everybody hyped up for this, and you lied, and there's no repercussion.
No, 100%. Like that's
straight up misinformation. But we got rid of fact checking.
Yep.
Like
I don't know.
And the second you do fact check somebody, you're just fucking liberal, and it's like, no, I am, but
yeah, technically, you're not wrong, but that's not why I'm doing this.
You're wrong, and it's not a fucking morality or a political thing. I'm just going, hey, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I will speculate and be like, if they ever do pass no taxes on overtime, guess what's going to happen? They're going to change your fucking hourly shit to where it's not based on a week anymore. It's based on 2 weeks, to where if you work a total of 100 hours over 2 weeks, then you get overtime. But what they're going to do is they're going to make you work fucking like 10 hours 1 week and then 70 a second week. They're going to fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
That's speculative. Now you can call me a crazy liberal for that.
No, I can definitely see that happening.
They're gonna do that.
Because, yeah, there's no way the companies would be like, oh, yeah, we have to... Well, I mean, that's the thing. Is technically the companies pay you the same amount. Just be the government not taking your cut. And I'm like, well...
But they would work with that to where, like, they change it to where the companies can change it. And they'd also get it done in a way to where the companies don't have to pay you the time and a half and double time. So, like, the companies would get something out of it. The government wouldn't get that overtime tax, but they'd get your regular tax, and like they'd find a way to fuck you. The government would still get their money.
They always find a way to get that money.
Yeah, they find a way.
If there's a will, there's a way that they will take your money and then use it the way that you don't want them to. That's the one bummer. Is it's like I want to pay taxes, but like. For good reasons. Like I want to do good shit, not just fucking.
Well, yeah. The fucking whole point of the whole point of society is to try to improve things for everybody else and yourself. The point of taxes is to pay in and pay the government to make improvements for all of us.
Okay, so.
I joked on nothing.
It's actually better warmer.
So is cheesecake.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. I think cheesecake is good.
I mean,
at warm
it's cool.
Room
it's cool.
Temperature.
It's generally cool.
It smells.
Yeah.
It smells
way more potent. So I think what I need to do is technically mix the whole thing together, batch it with the water, and then just let it sit, and then you serve it at room temp.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you try it, it's a lot more potent when it's warm. Like, you really taste everything else. The cold dilutes everything. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it is twice as strong as it was before that. It's been 40 minutes, and now it's, like, warm, and it's...
That confused me. I took the sip, and I, like, moved it around in the mouth, and, like, it felt like... pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like not as thick as pudding, but like that vibe.
Yeah. I'm very happy. So technically, so this is the first time. So like, I put heavy cream in this. So what I ended up doing, I put heavy cream in it to do like a milk clarification and also put the fat in there. But what I did end up doing was I used agar for the first time. And well, so what's perfect is there's a guy, Talon Drink Masters. I think I mentioned it. He posted a video that he finally started posting clips of. He made a cocktail that's got like a Caribbean jerk spice with like a whole rum thing, and it's also got an olive tapenade in it that he clarified the whole thing. But then he shows you how to clarify the entire cocktail with agar, and he adds the spices in at the same time as that, so they're not hyper potent in the drink, but they're there. You add 2% of agar to your drink. Basically, let it sit. The problem is you have to heat up the cocktail. Like, you have to heat up the stuff. Well, in his method, he uses only a third of the whole thing, heats that up, and adds the agar to it so you don't cook the entire cocktail. Because he's like, a lot of time people just heat up the whole thing and you lose a lot of cocktail in flavor and all that jazz. So this is his way of doing it. And obviously, like, I mean, you saw what it was. It is, like, it looks like white pudding, like Jell-O.
Yeah, it looked weird.
It is pretty gross. It looks like lard, actually.
Yeah, well,
kinda, ish, lard-ish,
but lard I would take a spoon of it.
Yeah,
that makes sense. It looks like it would be sweet.
Yeah, but it's basically I just used some Jell-O. And I was like, all right, that works. Oh, yep, okay. But
that's a tea. I thought that was an F. And I was like, Brandon, I thought you got rid of the things you're not supposed to say on there.
No.
Number 4, the shimmy went, what?
Oh, yes.
That looks like an F, man. I was like, what kind of shimmy are you talking about, dog?
No. She likes to wear the blankets, and I tuck her in. And then she does the... Yeah. No, when I tuck her in. And that's always on the couch.
Yeah. I read that as the shimmy when fucked and was like, Brandon, I need to know.
No, that's more of a vigorous
in the episode, and let me know what you're doing.
I'm gonna say no. That one ends up being more of a vigorous shake.
I've never seen a girl shimmy. I need to know what moves you do.
Well, Mr. Belly Dancer.
Whoa.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I was doing Wet Willie. You said belly dancer, and I'm like, I already do that move.
Yeah.
Maybe not now with the chunky belly, but
Well, it's funny too. Is like I have one on here. The one I'm writing right now can also be also misconstrued. It's how you let me crush you. I had to shrink the sentence because it can't fit on here. Is what happened. Essentially what it is like what I like to do is just lay on top of her and hug her and snuggle her when she's laying on the couch and trying to look on her phone or read her book.
yeah.
And then I will interrupt her and then just lay on top of her. I say
the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to be crushed.
Oh, I do too. But she is not a snuggly person. So that's the way I get it. And once in a while she does, but so I just do that. But like also what's funny is like while I do it, I'll sit there and then she just looks at me and then basically what she lets out the like I go crush.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's a little cute bullshit. So I was just like, yeah, I gotta put that in there. Again, also I'm trying to include things that are also cute but
Safe for work.
safe for work.
Yeah. What's funny is Brandon was describing that very cute thing that he does with his wife, and you know what was in my head? What am I going to order for dinner?
We are doing breakfast today.
Nice.
Which reminds me, I did not get out the bacon. I'll do that later.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I usually get something Thursday nights because it's payday. So I usually order something.
that's fair.
Treat myself a little. But I forgot my lunch at the hotel. So I do technically have a burrito bowl that I could eat.
But you could also just take it for lunch tomorrow.
Yeah. Could. Probably will. Yeah. But I don't know. I gotta figure out what I want to eat.
Yeah. Shit, what time is it? Oh, I'm gonna say at this point.
Yeah, 5:30. Was that an At 20 episode or what, guys?
We
talked about the disparaging things going on in the world and how much Brandon loves his fiance and
wife.
I said fiance. Wow, I took us back in time.
I was like, yeah, that's pretty far back. That's a jump in the past.
I took us back to better days. took me. Well, I took the people of America back to better days. What
Yeah,
year?
you're not wrong.
It was an okay year.
That was a good time. I had hair for a little while.
You did.
I still had my hair. I was God, that was such a weird time. It's so funny. I still like the fact that it's been that long that I don't have hair anymore is so funny to me.
Yeah.
Man.
I have a mullet. I don't know what I'm doing.
I like it though.
I
it
like
fits.
it too. It's fitting.
It fits the time.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is it's one of those things where I realize like it looks really good right now. It fits the times.
It's gonna look so.
In 10
shitty.
years, you are gonna look like
so
shit.
shitty, dude.
Like it's gonna be exactly what we thought it was when it was what it is.
And then it's gonna come back around in 20 years.
But like, well, and that's the funny is like, Now I understand it. I think the whole point was it was ironically shitty looking, and it's like, eh.
But
It's a funny.
There's the fucking photo I posted on Instagram. I was like, that actually unironically looks pretty good. I know in 10 years I'm gonna look back and be like, what was I doing with my hair? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna grow it back out there so I can hide my headphones once I have to stop wearing the beanie when it's no longer winter.
Yeah, that's fair. They luckily they haven't made a giant issue of that with at least me because we're like offline and it's not a big deal. I think they might have done it for a little bit on the line.
No, they have with us. They've actually come by while we're in a meeting, sitting in our lay down area, and they've come by and been like, "Hey, headphones! No headphones!" And we're like, "Dude, we're in a fucking meeting. Like, fuck off." They've been weird.
Yeah, they're just trying to catch you for shit, and you're like, "Go fucking eat a dick."
Meanwhile, I have a headphone in. No, I don't. This is a recording. A friend of mine has a headphone in all day. It's me.
Yeah, there we go.
But anyways, we're gonna call it fuckers. Hopefully it was a good episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, it was kind of just a chill vibe. Just hanging out, you know?
I needed to do the thing, and unfortunately, with Penny getting sick, and there was a solid hour that I would have technically had the time to do a chunk of this on Tuesday, but I spent an hour having to clean up Penny's vomit on the floor, and I was like, well, that's that.
Yeah, which is funny.
And then Melissa worked from home yesterday, said the entire time I didn't have... And because Tuesday we didn't record because I was going to come home and work on this.
Yeah, we decided not to record on Tuesday so you could work on that, but then you wound up doing other stuff, and I wound up just going to the gym and trivia.
So yeah, I was like, well, I don't have an excuse. Because originally I was going to do that. We were going to record. I was going to say, I need to go upstairs and edit.
Yeah.
And I would have gotten some of this done and then worked on it more today, our Thursday. And instead, couldn't. So,
we done goofed.
But you know what? Maybe you like it because it's cute and I'm doing a thing. If you made it this far, it's the three of you guys. It's 3, 4, whoever. I don't know. Dude, we keep getting a ton of we keep getting a ton of random audio downloads on the audio version, and it's like so many random fucking countries all over. Like it's Russia, it's like Bulgaria. Honestly, I just wonder if it's every time we talk shit, they just all like it picks it up.
Maybe.
We were
getting added to Russian playlists.
We just gotta keep talking shit about other countries, so they add us to their algorithms, and we get views and numbers and stuff. You know, that's how that works, right?
Pay us. You can buy us.
Stole. Yeah.
Sick of blood.
Hey, if you want to pay me $5 million for my fucking citizenship, you can take my name and all that bullshit and
gold card, baby.
Yeah, get the gold card. You can take my shit. We're good.
We'll swap, man. I like Russian women.
I don't necessarily want to go to Russia, but I'll take the $5 million.
I'll go to the Czech Republic. I like them more than Russian women. I'm very alone.
It's so sad to say that as I paint this to my wife.
What's funny, dude, is I was going to say in the comments, put down 32 things you like about Melissa as well, too. Like, you guys specifically. Put down 32 things you... Put down 30... How old are we?
3.
We'll be 33 this year. Put down
33... No, I'm 33 now. You'll be 33 this year.
Put down 33 things you like about Brandon, and then put down 32 and a half things you like about me. And then put down 100 things you like about yourself.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. This list was very hard to come up with. Not because obviously there's things, but there's like there's things that are like it was like I had to keep them condensed. What can I? Because I knew I was going to do it like this, and it was like, what can I put on a thing that if someone finds it, it's not bad.
Yeah.
And also, what is not just like. I wanted to put things that like if I didn't want to put absolute inside jokes on here because in fucking 10 years if she looks at it I don't want her to be like I don't remember what that one is because it's an inside joke from a specific thing this year, you know. So because like 1 or 2 was gonna be that and I was like no, like I gotta make it as timeless as I can.
Yeah.
And that's what was really hard.
Yeah, because there's always inside jokes you'll forget. Not us though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He forgot
it. I didn't.
I know you didn't. I wanted the bit to be like you did forget it, and then I'd be like, okay, goodbye, guys.
You interrupted me. Well, what's funny is like I was going to straight up do like an outro like Rob Dyrdek, but I couldn't remember the name of the show. So I was like, "Fuck!" It's like, what is the name of the show? It's I something.
Ridiculousness.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, thank you for watching Ridiculousness. And I was like,
just dub over my laugh right here. Just put fucking the dolphin girl whose name I'm forgetting.
Chantel West Coast.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Just
that was
fucking,
the worst.
Oh,
Horrible.
that would be the funniest little edit. Just be like, thanks for watching Ridiculousness, and then cut to me and just. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's so funny. But yeah,
yeah, we've said bye twice now, guys. We're getting out of here. I'm gonna go get some food. Brandon's gonna finish his present.
yeah, focus. I got a quarter of the way done.
I don't remember the first part of our saying.
Oh, shit. I'm finishing this. Be nice to those that
deserve it.
Deserve it, and fight those that don't.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Yep.